Hey, Shalom, Shalom. It's your brother Azala from GMS London Camp. First and foremost, want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and blessings unto the hopeful, sincere elect. Now, you see the current situation over there in the land of Israel right now, where they're using Gaza as a stomping ground for the New World Order, man. Basically, a laboratory experiment, you know, for their experimentation of a smart city, 15-minute smart city, man, where they want to put all the Gazarians, that's even the term, the people of Gaza, under strict control, surveillance, man, and basically put them in a concentration camp, which they're calling gated communities, gated cities, man. In the latest report that I watched on Redacted, they're calling it gated communities, but really it's a concentration camp, and they want to install the citizens with biometric devices, and that's the only way they're going to be able to gain access in and out of that so-called gated community, which is really a concentration camp. And this is basically a forerun for what Esau wants to do around the four winds of the earth, you know, and they're calling it smart cities. Over there in Florida, Tampa, Florida, they want to, through Bill Gates, that devil, Bill Kill Gates, he wants to set up a 15-minute smart city over there in Tampa, Florida, showing you that this is all part of the New World Order regime, and that ultimately this is going to be around the four winds of the earth, So this is no coinky-dink that this is happening right now in the time of so-called sedition and war that's breaking out over there in the land of Israel. And this is like the perfect opportunity for the wicked elites to basically, through the chaos, basically restore the order. And that's why they got the term order ab chaos, man. And, even in a redacted report that I just watched, with your guy Morris, he was saying, or the report was saying that, basically in the times of war, this is the perfect opportunity for them to reinforce this type of action, to see how people react and see how they can control the people. And they're sending all kinds of mercenaries over there to Gaza, from different countries to reinforce, and push this martial law type scenario, which is actually going to be around the four winds of the earth, pretty much, and especially over there in Babylon the Great in these last days, man. And this is pivotal. But, that term SMART is an actual acronym. It's not an actual, this word itself, it's an acronym, basically. But Esau tries to lie on what the word actually means. So we're just going to go into that and read a couple scriptures and then close out. It says a smart city is a city that uses digital technologies to improve the quality of life for its citizens and businesses. It says the term smart city is sometimes used as a catch-all for various city development initiatives. It says smart cities use digital technology to improve efficiency, improve sustainability, improve safety, improve quality of life, and improve services, man. Really, it's all about surveillance, concentrated surveillance, man, of populated peoples. It says some examples of smart city technologies have connected street cameras, which are definitely going to have sensors. This is connected vehicles, and this is the perfect space to to enforce and create the Internet of Things, man, or Internet of Bodies, where everything's connected through technology, man. As it said, it's going to have cameras, sensors and all of that, and connected vehicles, so on and so forth, and even people are going to be connected. That's why they want people to have them biometric devices, And right now, I don't know what biometric device they're going to use, whether it's going to be a card or some form of app or some form of ID, but ultimately they want to put a C-hip in people, and that's going to be a biometric device, that they're going to use, other than the retina scans and hand scans. Ultimately, they want to put the device in people, man, and that's what your guy Yari said. One of them, with conventions and the WEF conventions. Ultimately they said they want to turn people into smart devices. So this is definitely on the ball with the New World Order, and this is what Esau ultimately wants. He wants everyone to be C-hipped in these so-called 15-minute smart cities, concentration camps, if you will. So this is going to be the new, the new way, out with the old tech and in with the new, man. And as I said, crises is the perfect time for them to enforce this. says London has been called Europe's smartest city. It says with more 5G towers, EVs charging stations, and green infrastructure than any other European city. Yeah, and ultimately they want to even more concentrate it more. They want to lock down these major cities like London and all that. Because that everything's voluntary right now. There's no mandates and so on and so forth for everyone to have a biometric device and to remain in the city and all of that. But they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it very soon, man. Because that's why they're testing it out right now over there in Gaza. So here is some previous information I came across, which they're trying to deny now, saying that this word SMART is an acronym for something else. But really, this is exactly what it is. It says SMART is an acronym, SMART. It says Surveillance, Monitoring, Analysis, Reporting Technology. So this is exactly what the term SMART really means, but they're trying to denounce it and saying that this is not what the term SMART means. This is just linked with basically technology and so on and so forth. But this is what it's really about: surveilling, monitoring, analysis, reporting, technology of citizens. Because ESO wants to control everyone, man. So they're going to denounce this because they don't want people to be in fear. It says make note of this and critically contemplate the pros and cons. So if you read this article, they're trying to say that basically that's misinformation, man. It's misleading. But that's exactly what that technology is for. It's for smart, it's for intelligence and monitoring the people in a certain particular area with the technology that they've got installed through their biometric devices, through the cameras, the sensors, so on and so forth, man. They show you that dystopian movies like Minority Report and so on and so forth, man. Demolition Man, Equilibrium, movies like that to show you how these devils want to, basically control the people through their technology, man. So this is not far-fetched, man. This is not no, made-up scenario, so to speak. This is what they're doing right now. And they want to stick C-hips in the people over there in Gaza so they can monitor them in that area. And anyone that's outside of the zone, they're basically going to have license to kill and get rid of, basically, because they're not going to be basically regarded as citizens, more like outlaws, so to speak, of the area. So they're going to be getting got rid of. And ultimately, they're going to put people in these so-called 15-minute cities and make them take the C-hip technology that's going into 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Esau's going to be as madmen sparing none. Take people out of their houses and put them where? Into concentration camps, where they're calling gated communities right now. So Esau thinks that, uses hip words and all that. But you can't outslick, the men of the Lord, basically, because we're not, ignorant of Satan's devices, as the scripture says. So this is Psalm 64:2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the iniquity, or from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Because the secret counsel of the wicked is talking about these banking elite of the Edomites. Because they're the ones that's, trying this stuff out, testing these technologies out on the people. Because, as I said, they want to push forth their New World Order agenda, which is all about control of a population, a small population, man. They want to depopulate the earth as well at the same time. It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows and shoot their arrows, even bitter words. And that's exactly what these devils are doing. Through their legislations, their austerity measures, this is how they come down upon the people, and they mandate things and make it basically hard for people to escape. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Who's the perfect? The children of Israel, man. So-called, the ones that's supposed to be the children of light. But, we're under the auspice or the rulership of these devils, these so-called white people, man, which are the children of darkness at this current time. So suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Yeah, because Esau thinks that he's just going to continue to rule over us forever. That's Psalms 2:1. They're the vain imagination of the heathen. But they don't understand that the Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, who's the Savior of the nation of Israel, starting with the elect, is on his way back to deliver his people, man, from the hands of this damn devil, this tyrant, man, and his wicked devices. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. What's the evil matter? The New World Order. It says they commune and lay in snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Yeah. And that's exactly what these devils do. They set up situations, all the Abchaos scenarios where they try out and test their New World Order agenda, like these so-called gated communities, 15-minute smart cities, because they're communing laying snares privily because they're trying to reinforce their New World Order. But they're not just going to come out straight with it. They're going to use gradualism. They're going to use different events, false flag, all the Abkeo type events, to push forth with their agenda. But the Lord sees them, man, and the prophets of the Lord see them too. It says they search out iniquities, which the word iniquity means wickedness. It says they accomplish a diligent search. It says this is what they do, man. They do experiments on the people, social experiments, and they test their works on the people like laboratory rats. With the whole CV situation, that's what they did. They tested out their so-called scamdemic pestilences on the people to see how people will react, and lock down the whole earth basically. For a couple of years, that's what they did. They do a diligent search. They like to experiment on the people, do social experiments, and this is a new social experiment with these 50-minute smart cities that they're trying to run right now. It says they do a diligent search. It says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought and every one of them, and the heart is deep. Yeah. So Esau likes to run these experiments to see how people react and see how far he can go, and that's exactly what they're doing right now, man. But the Lord's going to shoot at them with what? Nuclear missiles ultimately, and the laser beams from the chariots, man. Because when they're about to fill their belly and make this, the C-HIP, which is the MOT to the B, mandatory around the four winds of the earth, with the RFID C-HIP, that's when the Lord's going to shoot at them. Verse 7 says, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Yeah, the so-called ICBM missiles are the arrows that the Lord's going to use, the weapons of his indignation, to destroy Esau and his new world of disorder, man. And that's coming very soon. So these devils, all they're doing is fulfilling prophecy, man. They ain't doing nothing great, or omnipotent and all that, something out of this world. All they're doing is fulfilling prophecy on the left-hand side. But these devils think they're going to, basically sail into the sunset with their new world order, where they're going to be sadly mistaken. It's futile, It says, verse 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All of them shall, all that see them shall flee away. So like him. Yeah, man. You got people that, whistleblowers and all that, people that come out with the information exposing the plans of the wicked elites. Even if they're with it or not with it, some of them come out and speak out against it, and expose their plans basically. So it's not so secret no more. It's not so esoteric as it used to be. It's not so much hidden knowledge no more. And the prophets definitely see what's going on. That's why we're reporting to our people, because we're the watchmen of Yahweh Shai for the nation of Israel. It says Ezekiel 21:9. It says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. Yeah, so this is why we're constantly watching and praying and reporting on what's going on in the world, being circumspect. Because the Lord said we got to be watchmen unto the nation of Israel, man. Ezekiel 3:17. And give Jake warnings of what the times is coming, the impending doom. So this is why this is part of prophesying, man. And this is part of watching. It says it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. It says, should we then make mirth? So it contemneth the word of my son as every tree. Yeah, so Esau's, he's sharpened his sword basically. The technology is more sophisticated now. And now they want to run it with these 15-minute smart cities, to, basically impede on the rights of the people and have more control over the people, the goyim as they call them, or the useless eaters. And now they want to brand their cattle, so to speak, with the biometric devices, the implants, known as the C-HIP, man. The MOT to the B. This is the time we're coming into, man. There's going to be a sharp slaughter, meaning a lot of people are going to be killed in the process. A lot of Jakes, man. This is part of the time of Jacob's trouble. It says, and he have given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. It says, this sword is sharpened, and it is furbished and given into the hand of the slayer. And who's the slayer right now on the earth, man? These so-called white people, man. And their blessing is of what? The sword, which was made to take peace from the earth. So this is what they're doing right now. And everything, as I said, is being more sophisticated. Knowledge is being increased. And Esau's going to use it to his advantage to try and destroy the tribes, man. To try and get his birthright back. But ultimately, he's going to backfall And it's going to be destroyed by Yahweh Shai when he comes with the chariots, man, and the nuclear missiles. It says, cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people, it shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Time of Jacob's trouble, man. It says, terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my feet people, smite therefore upon thy thigh. Yeah, because there's going to be more uprisings, more sedition than ever before. And we're going to see what's going to happen after these elections in America. But Esau's setting up basically all that chaos scenario for that too. Civil war, more civil unrest, and more sedition is going to break out. And that's the chaos that these devils need so they can bring forth that order, man. Have these mercenaries come through and start, reinforcing those concentration camps, what they call gated communities, which really are concentration camps for their new world order, man. And then put people under close guard, but with these biometric devices, and anyone that doesn't want to take of it, they're going to kill, because the new form of capital punishment is going to be beheadings, so on and so forth, man. Shooting, firing squads, so on and so forth, man. They're going to give Esau and these martial law troops the license to kill, in the time of war. That's exactly the perfect scenario for this to be enforced in the time of war, which America is coming into a time of war. And over there in the Middle East, they're already in the spirit of war, man. They're already in the time of war. So that's why they're doing this, man. It's a perfect opportunity. Esau never lets the opportunity go to waste. It's the 2nd Ezra 15, and I'll read the main point. Verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah, why? Because they're going to have these places cordoned off. 15-minute smart cities, gated communities, so to speak. So if you ain't got the biometric device in your right hand and your forehead, you ain't going to be able to gain access into or out of the city, And if you're found and caught without an ID, a digital ID, you're probably going to be executed on the spot, It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. That's in the time of war. That's what happens in the time of war, man. When there's no stability in society and all hell's breaking loose. The houses are destroyed and men shall be afraid, man, because there's no order. It's straight up chaos in those neighboring cities. So Esau's going to come with the order through his martial law tactics, man. It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy his houses with the sword and spoil their goods. It says because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So you already know there's going to be a lack of resources in these last coming days, man, especially over there in America. The storehouses are going to turn up empty, and that's going to be even more credence for the people to go out there looting, shooting, and polluting up the place and going crazy, sedition amongst men, so to speak, as it says in the same chapter. Civil unrest, civil war, and Esau going to come with his martial law troops, to restore order, so to speak. Let's read that real quick, 2nd Ezra 16. And part of that restoring order is people need to be installed with digital IDs so they can be tracked and traced. Otherwise, you're going to be seen as an enemy combatant, enemy of the state. And they're going to get rid of you, man, by any means necessary. Even in 2nd Ezra 13 and 50, verse 15, it tells you that them that don't want to worship the image of the beast, which is this new digital biometric system that they're trying to run financially, they should be killed, So Esau is definitely going to kill a lot of Jakes in these last days, man. It's part of Jacob's trouble, and it's part of the slaughtering of the judgment of the Lord. 2nd Ezra 16 and 68, it says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. And that's when these devils are going to come down and put people in these concentration camps, and trying to reinforce that new world order by force, by these mandates, these unrighteous decrees. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision. So if you take that CHIP technology, and you want to be partakers in this new world order, you're going to be had in derision anyway. You're going to be destroyed. It says, and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Yeah, because that, you being part, you partaking in this, this new world order and being a biometric bot for these wicked elites is not going to bring you salvation. It's going to bring you damnation, man. You know, it says, for they shall be in every place, and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Yeah, because they're going to come down with great wrath, because these devils know that they have but a short time to what accomplish their new world order. So they're going to come down upon those that are, divergent against this new world order, basically the men of the Lord, that don't want to get down with the get down, because we're spiritually, waking up out of the matrix through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. We're crying out to the Lord to come and destroy these devils, man, and deliver us. It says they shall be like madmen, sparing none. Yeah, Esau and his army and his troops are going to be like madmen, sparing none. It says, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So this is the time of Jacob's trouble that's coming upon the earth. It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Yeah. So this is why they're creating scenarios for people to be in them 15-minute smart cities, because they're going to be concentrated camps, basically. Concentration camps for re-education, for, biometric installment of those implants in the peoples to, control them. It says, then shall they be like madmen. Just like it. Verse 73. It says, then shall they be known who are my chosen. Yeah, why? Because those men are not, no matter what this devil does, they're going to resist the taking of that MOT to the B, which is the C hip, onto death. Even if their heads are put into guillotines or they get taken out by a firing squad, these men are not going to take of that C hip technology, man. No matter what Esau pushes and tries to reinforce, they're not going to be partakers in that. They're not going to worship the image of the beast, and they're not going to take of his mark. It says that's when it's going to be known who are the Lord's chosen, man, the true elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. It says, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire, yeah, because that's part of the hour of temptation, that final trial, and the men of the Lord that's of the elect, they're not going to fail that test. But the 2/3, they're going to fall into that snare. They're going to take that C-hip technology and they're going to be destroyed when the nuclear missiles hit. It says, hail my beloved. Another word for beloved is the men of the hopeful elect, the house of David, basically, because the word beloved goes into the Hebrew word dawadah, which is the name of our king, King David. So this is another term for the elected beloved. Hear, O ye my beloved, or the house of David, if you will. It says, saith the Lord. It says, behold, the days of trouble, Jacob's trouble, are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Yeah, Jeremiah 30:7, man. The Lord said there's going to be a time of Jacob's trouble, but he's going to deliver them from the same, And the only ones he's going to deliver is the elect. It says, be not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. Yeah, because the Lord's going to be with those men in the time of Jacob's trouble. They're going to have that hedge of protection from, the set perils, while everyone else is catching hell, and basically making haste in the time of trouble. The men of the Lord, they're going to remain sober-minded. And, it says, my servants shall eat, even in the midst of a great famine. The Lord said, my servants shall eat. So we're just going to rely on the Spirit to protect us, man, and have faith through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in these last days. And that's going to set the precedent and the difference between the men of the Lord and, the average Israelite out there that trusts in Esau and his technology, man, putting his hope in the trust in Egypt. The Lord said, woe unto you that put your trust in Egypt, So this is coming down the wire, man, These 15-minute smart cities, concentration camps are definitely going to be the new trend, a part of the new trend of this new world order, man. So this is why we got to watch as well as pray. But we're going to see what's going to happen with them people over there in Gaza and these neighboring cities, and over there in the States as well, like Florida and all that. See how Esau comes down with it, man. But we're in a time of this new world order, man. Because these devils know they have but a short time. So this is why we got to watch as well as pray. But anyway, with that, I'm going to close out. Give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Shalom to the hopeful and sincere elect.